So this subject might get me unfollowed or unsubscribed a little bit, but I think it's worth talking about. Being an Americanized woman or man versus acclimating. What's the difference? Hey, this is American Perspective, giving you my perspective as an American here in the Philippines. So, acclimation is moving to another country and learning the culture, learning the language, understanding, how to interact with people, and being able to get through the day, as well as understanding the money, how to spend it, how far it goes, how not so far it goes, and just learning about the country and how it's going to interact with your life now. So these are acclimating to the country versus being an Americanized person is, as we've seen it played out a little bit in the whole viral stuff between people responding to Chad to Dad and his whole fiasco going on. Being an Americanized person, whether it's a woman or a man, because it could be both, but in this instance it's being an Americanized woman that they're claiming to be. Now, being an Americanized person would be, basically getting the bad habits from that country. So going from a traditional woman to a feminist, or traditional woman to someone who's materialistic, or a traditional woman to someone being woke, for instance. Those are just a few examples. There's many more. So for instance, here in the Philippines, the last regular video that I made was about dating. Women here are okay with simple dates. A coffee date, for instance. They're okay with it. In the US, the women that are even just born there are not okay with the coffee date. Most of them, no Cheesecake Factory, no Burger King, no this or that. So being an Americanized woman, so you find a traditional woman over here, or South America, or Eastern Europe or something, and bring them to the States, and they start to mingle with the American women that have that mindset, or even other Americanized women, and they're like, no, I'm not going to settle for a coffee date. So they're becoming Americanized. So that is more or less what we're talking about when you are becoming Americanized. You're not going to settle for the old standards that you grew up in, the traditional roles that you grew up in. You now, because of your clique or your friend group, it's changed you. So you are no longer willing to settle for what you grew up in. And so I want to even say their standards, more preferences would have changed to be Americanized. And I've seen it happen where a friend group would say, you're much better than that person, so you should just leave them and find someone better. But your traditional roots is that you're going to honor your vows and stay with that person for life, right? So many people nowadays, especially in the US, are not a man or woman of their word, and they refuse to honor their word and staying till the life ends, right? So those are a few thoughts on a Americanized woman or man. Feel free to add to the comments and let's have a discussion, and see you guys in the next video.